Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fazila, you're tuning into Fazila Reads. Today's episode is going to be a dedicated review of The Treasure of Lor-Rev by Bryan Asher. The Treasure of Lor-Rev is the second book by Bryan Asher. This is set in the massive world of intercontinents. I've already reviewed The Assassin of Malcozzi on BookTube and on my website, so if anyone's interested, I will leave a link to both in the description and in the card above. Make sure to check it out. So The Treasure of Lor-Rev is a fast-paced futuristic sci-fi adventure and a treasure hunt of a quest with incredible action, thrilling cinematic chase sequences, and memorable characters, cool technology, and the perfect villain. This book, obviously, as the title suggests, takes place in Lor-Rev, which is one of the intercontinents. A brilliant high-tech device and its complementary components are hidden in different locations of Lor-Rev by one of its creators. The device in question has great power, and in the wrong hands could be disastrous for humanity. One day on an expedition to a deserted area, Jared, one of our main characters, gets hold of a rare artifact. He doesn't realize its importance and also doesn't understand there are others who want it as well. We have a young woman, Kana, who is tasked with the protection and overseeing of a dangerous high-tech device called the diffuser sphere, and a visionary engineer who believes himself to be the change for humanity and call in a new world connected under one umbrella of technology. All of these POVs converge together to bring in a wonderfully crafted story filled with adventure, action, and excitement. So just like in Malcozzi, we have a really cool artwork for the characters, and also in addition to that, we also get artworks for the cities. There are also references to the other intercontinents in here, which was, as usual, very interesting to me. Getting to know the world outside of Lor-Rev was fascinating, and seeing how different they are from each other in terms of culture, landscape, and civilization was very much intriguing. The technologies and the devices mentioned were just so fun to learn about. You get the sphere ceilings that control the climate, and Slate, which is a messaging device, and you get Merge, which is a smartphone equivalent, and you have resourceful weaponry and bionic body parts that can transform on command to cool vehicles our characters have. This book was a fun ride throughout, from beginning to end. The one thing that I've enjoyed thoroughly about Bryan Asher's work is the world building aspect. I am marveling at his imagination and originality in coming up with this entire concept of intercontinents. The universe of intercontinents is so massive in scale, and with each book, he opens a very new world full of possibilities, and it's always exciting. When it comes to the characters, they were all very well developed, and the interactions between some of them were filled with banter and fun. The villain was also quite fantastic, in my opinion. I love that he believed himself to be the savior of humanity and that changing how people interacted with technology will be beneficial and even bring in this big change and transformation in their society. The question of letting AIs and similar technology control human life is very much prevalent throughout the story. There are also other interesting POVs that added so much more into the story in terms of giving us a better understanding of where all the moving pieces of this book was, and also who we are dealing with. The inclusion of newspaper articles also was a smart move in progressing the narrative. I also love the info it gave about technology and who we were dealing with, the kind of people we were dealing with, the people who created them, the history of the product, and so on and so forth. The pacing of the book was also well done. It was the right kind of pacing with slower moments to build the characters and their relationship, but also with thrilling fight sequences and awesome movie-worthy chase sequences. So before I forget, I want to mention one small thing. Bryan had done a discussion on fantastic books and how to read them podcast with Ana and Sam Furman. They have done a detailed analysis of both of Bryan's works. Listening to them recently made me appreciate The Assassin of Malcozzi quite a bit more, actually. I actually need to go and listen to the Treasure of Lor-Rev discussions as well. I haven't had the time to do it. I'll be leaving a link down below in the description to anyone who's interested. Make sure to check them out. They're very interesting. He gives a lot of the history and also goes in depth about the world building and the reasons behind different characterizations and all of that. Overall, I enjoy the Treasure of Lor-Rev a lot more than the Assassin of Malcozzi. I think for me, the technologies, the shiny high-tech gadgets, and the dystopian-esque city, and also the action-packed sequences was a lot more fun. If you love treasure hunt-style stories with incredible action, wonderfully well-realized world, then definitely go check out this book. I gave the book 4.5 to 5 stars, leaning towards a solid 5. This is a solid book to read in between the heavier, chunky reads. So definitely go check it out. That's it for today, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.